Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Kerry. On behalf of the East Point Football Netball Club Committee, I wish to welcome all players, coaches, umpires and supporters of the Melton Football Netball Club and the East Point Football Netball Club to the beautiful Eastern Oval. Today is more than just a game. We come together to celebrate Indigenous Round, a significant occasion where we acknowledge, honour and pay our deepest respects to First Nations people of this land. This round is a chance for us to reflect on the rich history, culture and incredible contributions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people to our communities, our clubs and our great game. I'd like to take this opportunity to again thank Shakira Winmar for designing our stunning dresses and jumpers. And I'd like to especially thank Ivan Poss Senior, who will toss the coin for us today. And it is now my great pleasure to introduce Evie Davidson with an acknowledgement of country. Thank you and good luck.
I'd like to acknowledge the land we gather and play on today, the land of the Wadawurrung people. We acknowledge Bunjil, the creator being of the land and water, their ancestors who guide and protect us, and their elders past and present. As we share and commit to caring for Wadawurrung country, we pay our respects to the elders, those looking down from the dreaming, those present here with us today, and their future leaders. We recognise the past and stand together for the future, as we all commit ourselves to the ongoing journey of reconciliation.
Can we have the captains, please, and umpires, and we'll flip a coin.
Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to the BFNL Match Centre for this Match of the Round fixture, the grand final replay between East Point and Melton, live from Eastern Oval. Well, the pre-game ceremonies acknowledging the Indigenous round has been complete. East Point have won the toss and will kick to the left of screen in this opening term. Well, on the way up from Bacchus Marsh through the Central Highlands, it was all looking very bleak, but since the arrival some hour ago, there's been very little rain, and the ground is in typically perfect Eastern Oval conditions, despite the wintry nature of the last few days. Just looking at the history of these two clubs, or the immediate history, of course, as I touched on, being the grand final replay, these two met. East Point 7-13-55 went down to Melton 11-6-72. So a 17-point win to Melton. East Point had more scoring shots that day, more inside 50s, and still weren't able to get it done. I tell you who was able to get it done today, the East Point under-19s and reserves, who won by 93 points and 46 points respectively. It's 1v4 after 5 rounds today. It's unbeaten Melton, who've won 23 of 24 under Troy Scoble. And, you know, the Melton winning pattern just continues to go from strength to strength. But they'll be tested today. Each Point looking to bounce, despite some absentees. In fact, they'll be missing 7 from their grand final side. But Melton not without their own absentees, missing 6. On the goal front, can East Point kick enough goals to score? Well, they've got 8 players in the BFNL top 50 goal kickers this year. Melton just the 3. And Melton had 6 of the top 24 last season. So despite having more shots on goal than any side this year, their accuracy on the goal front has let them down somewhat despite their undefeated record. They rank 8th for conversion whilst ranking 1 for shots on goal. On the attack front, Melton averaged 91 points a game, each point 90, so very little separate the two. I was going to tip East Point in the marginal upset today, but in the absence of Brown and the questionable fitness of McDougall, and even Alex Molan was looking a little proppy with hamstring there in the warm-up. So we'll keep an eye on that grand final replay. Underway here at Eastern Oval. Van Meulen the ruck won the first tap. Rodemaronis looking to bounce after a quiet week by his standards last week. Van Meulen gets the first hand pass to loose ground. Opportunity here for Max Scoble. The boundary line will beat them all over the line for a boundary throw-in. East Point kicking to the left of screen in this opening term. Some rare sunlight on this Saturday afternoon. Kisses this Eastern Oval ground. Tap on by Van Meulen again. Couple of plays slip over. Rodemaronis, one of those, but got an important hand on it to Williams, who found Van Meulen. He got it to Merritt. It was brilliant last week in the 45-point loss to Sunbury. Could have been a push there and paid. And it'll go to the X-Factor brilliance of Geordie Johnson, who played an important role in East Point's fortunes this afternoon. It's from outside 50, squaring ball to Rodemaronis, who did the toss today. Jack Walker tipped incorrectly, and Rodemaronis decide to kick to the left of screen. Off hands over the line, and East Point get the first inside 50 of the afternoon. Tick over 1 minute gone today in BFNL's match of the round. Eastern attack, throw in. Be Lavery and Taylor. Taylor won that tap. Nearly landed on Lavery's head. Somehow fell into his lap. He dropped it, got away with it. Round ball. Stoppage. There'll be a ball up. So Kenny tried to make the umpire there with a collapse forward, but didn't get the free justifiably so. Now Jack Walker out of the congestion, beyond the defensive 50. Territory gain will be the order of the day. Loose balls, Phil. Foot race on. Perugia, well, kept his feet momentarily. He and Williams ended up on the deck. Hurried kick towards the outer side centre wing. And the dasher, Borg, got hold of it, took a running bounce, ran his measure, and went deep into attack looking for Geordie Kite. This is the target. Bounces end on end. Now Melton's turn to have a boundary throw in, adjacent to their behind post on the back of their first 50 entry of the afternoon. Decent crowd, cool, chilly conditions. And the social club, as you can see on the vision, packed, never too cold for a cold one here at Eastern Oval. No score as yet, been playing 2.5 minutes. Throw in. Melton in attack here. Ground ball. And as we'll see so much this afternoon, plenty of stoppages. So the Ruckman post game will no doubt sleep well on the back of what will be asked of them this afternoon. Round ball, Davis. And the stoppage count, even in these early stages, living up to that prediction. Davis again is held up. Melton in attack here. You can hear a pin drop here at Eastern Oval at the moment, just waiting for something to happen. Hugh, touch of the fumbles. Liam Carter, Perugia. First shot on goal is off target. First opportunity gone begging for the Bloods. Some encouraging signs with a clean gather from Carter, and Perugia will pose some problems for the East Point defence. Melton with the first score. So that'll be the Merritt to bring the ball back into play. Terrific kick. Now Jeffrey, who went along the line to outer centre wing, the youngster riding for his first game. Couldn't quite hang on to the mark. A swarm of players around the footy. There'll be a ball up. Be good to see for East Point fans if Jeffrey could push forward and take a couple of marks inside their 50. It kick a couple of goals. They're a better side when he's hitting the scoreboard. And that exit out of stoppage is dribbled over the line for a throw-in on half forward, out of side. So both sides just feeling their way in the opening 5 minutes. All play on the outer side. Typical commentator's luck. Throw in. Clever tap from Van Meel, nearly as good as a kick under the conditions. Cairns, momentum forward, released it to Rodamaronis, who went to half forward. Ground ball opportunity for Wright. Did well, the youngster. Went back by hand to Canny. That was good play. Right foot kick forward. Nido went the spoil, but it went more through the hands of Jeffrey than anything else. Umpires picked out a free kick to Nido. And he'll get an opportunity to clear. He goes short to Watkins, who went to Handley. Kept his feet, but Cairns was up to the task. Got it to Jeffrey. Awkwardly, left foot kick to McDougall. Well, I touched on Jeffrey imposing a different look for East Point in their front half when he's hitting the scoreboard. There's no one more important than Bryson McDougall. He's just played the 3 games this year, 10 goals to his name. We could cap this return with an early impact on the scoreboard. Just chips at it. And off to the right. So a let off for the Bloods. And Potter will bring the ball back into attack, back into play. Short kick was good. 2 Minito, expecting to have a bit of the ball, as he so often does. Averages beyond 20 disposals a game. He went out wide towards Carter, who's pushed up to Sullivan. Had more time than he thought. Tumbling territory gain to outer centre wing. And Hickey's taken the mark. He's up on his bike. Swings onto that right boot. Goes forward. Over the head of Farrugia. Chance for Borg. The gather was terrific. Dribbling ball. It's going to be knocked through. Well, Geordie Kite just had a touch of the fumbles, almost spin it before he got it. So we'll call that a let off. So Rodamaronis marked the kick in and came broadcast side. Thank you, Mika. Geordie Johnson had an unfavourable bounce, but it found its way to the safety of the boundary line for a throw-in on the centre wing broadcast side, right in front of us here. And we'll lap this up, just metres away. No need for the eyes. I speak of the binoculars on this. 2 points Melton, East Point 1 behind. 7 minutes gone, throw in. Van Meel and Taylor call it even. Rodamaronis started well. Loves these conditions. Kick let him down. Meant for Lavery. Open the door for Canny. Turnover opportunity for the Bloods through Handley. Chance for Romerall. Good attack on the footy. So too Handley. He again kept his feet before going to ground. Taylor just picked it up. Threw it on the boot. Towards half forward. Excellent spoil on the ball there from Howard. Of course, the East Point side without Slater and Brown and Fraser today. 3 of their starting 6 in defence. So questions will be asked of the East Point back half to defend the BFNL's number 1 side to hit the scoreboard. Chance for Jack Walker at ground level. Rodamaronis, Willems, territory gain, bouncing ball along the line, gained about 30 metres for his side. Got it from half back to half forward. There'll be a throw in. Broadcast side here. Throw in. Lee Taylor, Van Meel. Under grey skies here. Good use of the body by Van Meel, but his tap went to Suter. Got a touch of the fumbles, had a swing and a miss by foot. Hickey over the ball. And there'll be a ball up. Van Meel has been held, and he'll get that free kick on Taylor, who just lost his vision. Well, Willems just introducing himself to Max Scoble, as Scoble was giving Taylor some directions to push forward. So the kick from Van Meel got towards the attacking 50 for East Point. What has not resulted in a stoppage in general play, as more often than not ended in a boundary throw-in for a restart. So East Point 1 behind, Melton 2 behinds. 9.5 minutes gone opening term. So it'll be Taylor at front spot. Went to Jack Walker, denied, ricocheted off him. Into the hands of Laborie. Laborie, who's held up on the attacking 50 for East Point. Taylor again. Won that tap to no real effect. Molan at ground level. Unable to break the tackle. We'll get a restart. Taylor again. Johnson. Got it to Rodamaronis. Went long. Deep into the goal square. Just off to the right. The square the ledger at 2 points apiece here at Eastern Oval. So Potter is off to the races. Ran his full measure out of defence and got it towards half back. It was a good kick. Hickey got on the end of it. Got it from half back to half forward. Loose ball opportunity. Gee, nearly grabbed terrifically there by Borg, but gee, normally swoops on those and he's away, but on that occasion, he had it all bar that last fraction of a second. Just opened the door for East Point to square away a stoppage on half forward out of side. Taylor, who's won the last 3 or 4 taps. And as far as Rodamaronis, who's the leading possession winner on the ground this far. Dribbling ball towards half forward. For East Point is seen over the line for a throw-in. So a slow start on the score front. Both sides struggling to get off the leash. Borg really the only one to get some line-breaking penetration. Suter, dribbling ball beyond outer side centre wing. Ferrugia just tripped over Scoble. Opened the door for Matty Johnson. Could have been a high against Suter and paid by the umpire. So Hucker goes towards the attacking 50. Blood's got numbers back. They'll need to be clean here. And Heaney's happy to usher the ball with intent over the line for a boundary throw-in. Some 45 metres around from the East Point goal. Tame opening 12 minutes by these two side standards. Van Meel, well, pushed Taylor in the back, got away with it. Chance for Johnson, left foot kick across the body, just skewed sideways. Now a chance for Hiscock to run onto it. Quick hands, got it to Romerall, sent the ball back into attack on the lead, if you don't mind. The grab is terrific. A shot on goal imminent here for East Point. Some 40 metres out from goal. And it's Geordie Johnson who has a chance to kick the first major of the afternoon here at Eastern Oval. Oh, he's a handful wherever he is, Geordie Johnson, especially for planning. You never really know where he's going to spend his time. Kicks on its way to the former Geelong VFL listed Geordie Johnson. Makes no mistake, they get their first of the afternoon, East Point. They'll be happy to hit the scoreboard near 13 minutes gone in this opening term. And 1 goal, 2-8. They lead Melton 2 behinds. Both sides have had a chance. Well, a couple of chances on goal. But Geordie Johnson has just tidied things up to let the Bloods know it's game on here at Eastern Oval. Ball up. Well, we'll give that to the youngster Laborie, but only as far as Suter. Got the handball received from Lachlan Walker. There's Borg again. Jeez, he's got some toe. Pushed off the footy there by Howard. Well, that was deliberate as they come. Lucky to get away with that, Howard. Would have been a free kick at the high level, I guarantee it. They just tend not to pay that in the BFNL, as I tend to mention from week to week, but just giving some perspective for those watching at home who couldn't believe it. One by Laborie, ground ball, and we'll get a stoppage, and Lachlan Walker never far away from the action. The coalface, take your pick, ball up. Now Ferrugia went to release by hand, and then decided not to. And Laborie, with the tackle, will be justly rewarded the free kick. Goes with the right boot, comes broadcast side. Taylor Didn't read it that well. Ball had too much on it. Hiscock missed the target. Meant for Jeffrey. Oh, that was hot. Sullivan was stiff there. I thought that was nearly in the back. It'll be Romerall with ball in hand. One of two Romeralls playing today. Matthew on the left. Goes towards 2-on-1 here. Cotter. Got some fish on it. Cairns just was thrown. Oh, Taylor, I think. And the ball spilled free over the line for a throw in. So it really has been an arm wrestle of sorts in the opening 15 minutes. East Point lead by a goal. Ruck on is splitting equally at the moment. Sullivan with a tumbling kick to broadcast centre wing. East Point have got numbers and they combine. Thompson got it to Jones, who found Cairns in the middle of the ground. Right foot kick inside 50. McDougall. Another good use of the body. Well, it was a muscle rib injury or something of that nature that kept him out of last week's 45-point loss to Sunbury. He's not showing any ill effects of that, but it's just his conversion in his fourth game return here this afternoon that's let him down. Two behinds for McDougall. Each point 139, Melton two behinds. Four other games being played in the BFNL around the region this afternoon. We'll keep you updated with scores as they come to hand. So Cotter, who marked that ball on his knees in the end, lucky the kick in from Benito was perfect. So Cotter goes along the line. Hickey, good use of the body, did all but hang on to that mark. Faruja, tackled, taken to the ground. Quick hands from Scoble. And Lachlan Walker's ushered over the line by Lavery for a boundary throw-in. So encouraging start here for East Point. I'll be happy with that. They're in the contest against the all-conquering Bloods. So last defeat was against East Point back at McPherson's Park in the middle of last year. Now here goes Geordie Johnson onto the right boot. Into attack, McDougall over his head. Now the Bloods, they normally do the tidying up so well, but Minito's blind turn, he missed everything. Gathered by Molan. But he's given the Bloods another let-off with a miss to the right-hand side. So this time Cotter will assume the kick-in duties. And he runs away with a bounce and delivers towards half-back for the Bloods. Thompson wanted a hold, denied, so too Hickey. The ball rolls over for a throw-in. So some good pressure early from East Point. Asking some questions of the Bloods. Struggling to get the game on their own terms. Very even contest. East Point 1-4-10. Melton two behinds. 18th minute opening term. That one by Lavery. Hickey at ground level. Quick hands. Got it to Suter. Should love these conditions. Kick towards the attacking 50. Loose ball opportunity for Carter. It was a good spoil to the advantage of Carter from Davis. They got it to Suter and went back to Davis. To Suter. Kicked a half forward. Was cut off there by Cairns. So he plays on and switches play to the outer side. Now right. First game up. With the ball well kicked to him. And he was just able to run on that. Kick let him down. Kick smothered. Welcome to senior footy, young fella. Opportunity for Geordie Kite. He got at the Scoble, who was held up. Be a ball up on out of centre wing here of Eastern Oval. Low scoring affair. The Kangas 10 lead the Bloods 2. Round ball opportunity gathered by Geordie Johnson. Kick smothered there by Suter. Typically known for plenty of those 1%ers. His left foot kick went to half forward. Chance here for the Bloods. Shallow entry inside 50. Well read off the boot there by Thompson. Quick hands to Merritt. Normally good by foot. That was arguably the best example of the drop punt this afternoon. Now Canny went to the outside towards Cairns, who went forward. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against McDougall. And it'll go to Heaney, who found Minito near the top of the East Point goal square. So he went short. Now it's Cotter. He marked that ball from Green Shields. And McMahon took a nice grab. despite the hoo-ha of Howard as he approached. And McMahon's kick was good. Got it to Jack Walker, who found Minito. He got it to the outside of Suter, who started well from half forward into attack, and Stewart has taken, well, virtually an uncontested mark on the chest. The needle threaded well by Suter to create this shot on goal. And a chance for Stewart to open Melton's account on the goal front. It's taken the best part of 20 minutes. So no Ryan Carter today for the Bloods. So Stewart playing the second tall option behind Liam Carter today. The conversion here, it's just what the Bloods need. But he's off to the left. Gee, they haven't brought the kicking boots today either side. 1 goal, 7 collectively. But it's Melton with 3 behinds, who trail each point 1-4. 20 minutes gone opening term. So Merritt, he has Thompson short if he wants. But if you've got it in the hands of Merritt, you might as well go long. And he goes out of side. And there's another example. Booming kick towards out of centre wing. And found McDougall, if you don't mind. Fair dinkum 3 kicks back the other way. Such was that timing of Merritt with the drop punt. So McDougall from one end to the other. And Matty Johnson at the back judged it beautifully. And coast to coast for each point. This would be a terrific team goal if you can finish off the efficiency by foot that came from Merritt and then McDougall. McDougall showing another example of his work rate to mark that kick in from Merritt. Has set up this shot on goal for Matty Johnson. Chance for East Point to get some separation on the scoreboard. Kicks on its way. Missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. So, some poor conversion here from both sides in the opening quarter. Given the rival nature of these two and the expectation on this game, the shooting for goal hasn't lived up to the billing. But the contest certainly has. Evenly poised. Time on opening term. Minito sends the ball beyond the defensive 50. They'll be happy with a boundary throwing. And Liam Carter, not unlike McDougall, pushed right up the ground there to contest that exit out of the Bloods' defence as he trudges back to a more familiar spot on half forward. So East Point lead by 7 points, 22 and a half minutes gone. Throw in, Van Meel, favoured by the shallow throw in. Scoble, ground level, shoveled it out, meant for Walker. Some good pressure from East Point. Matty Johnson overran it. Hurry kick out of the congestion, went forward. Geordie Johnson, second grab, hand pass over the top. Can the youngster run onto it? Well, the Bloods will just try and usher it through, and they will in the end, despite the pressure of Rodamoronis. So East Point 1-5-11. Melton 3 behinds. Cotter comes broadcast side. Thanks, Geordie. In the direction of Borg. It's pretty good one-on-one. Pretty good in all areas, really. Chase Scoble just overran the footy as he tried to tap it to his own advantage. Jones, the pursuer, ensured no clean ground ball there from Scoble over the line for a throw in. East Point 11, Melton 3. Throw in, one by Van Meel. Jack Walker ran onto it. Tackle was good from Rodamoronis. Jones, hurry kick forward. Jeffrey playing in front. Tackle taken to the ground by Suter. He's going to get pinged here. Oh, well, the ball was out of bounds, so luck's of fortune. Suter will just laconically jog off as if nothing happened. Well, nothing really did. Boundary throw in. Tap one by, well, no one really. Reading it well there was Matty Johnson, who went forward. Geordie Johnson knocked away from him. Dougal out the back. Soccer dribbling ball. You guessed it. Another point to East Point. No pun intended. they're living up to their name at the moment. They've kicked 6 points to the east on Eastern Oval. Minito to outer centre wing. Poor kick, cut off. And Melton in the middle of the ground can lower the eyes. The kick was good. Matty Johnson starting to accumulate a handful of possessions now in the second half of this opening term. Goes to the pocket. McDougall presented well. Off hands. And there'll be a boundary throw in 35 metres around from the East Point goal. Who lead by 9 points. 1-6 plays 3 points. Nearly 25 minutes gone. East Point have the ball where they want it. Deep in their attack. Tap one by the youngster Lavery. Soccer from Matty Johnson. McDougall. It was Geordie Johnson. And the tackle was fair. Jacob Hickey, well, he's a hard nut, so it must have hurt. Sucking in the big ones. Ball up. Dangerous. Matty Johnson across the body. Off to the right. 1 goal, 7. East Point. 13. Melton 3 behinds. Not making the most of opportunity. Not dissimilar to their grand final feats when they finished with 7 goals, 13. So 1-7 here, East Point. Lead Melton 3 behinds. And in typical country style footy, we just wait for the ball to be retrieved, which is an ideal segue into an update score from around the grounds. Round 6 action. Sebastopol 2, Darley 43. Bacchus Marsh 8, Ballarat 20. No score out of Redan and North Ballarat. Lake Winderee 13, Sunbury 47. That is all. So Watkins brings the ball back into play. Poor kick. Meant for Borg. Well read by Johnson. To speak of Matty. He goes forward to McDougall. Good spoil on the ball there from Watkins. Borg got a terrible bounce. And his attack was solid. And he'll get rewarded by the non-officiating umpire. It was the man in the middle of the ground who paid that free kick. Not the one that was 8 metres away from that contest. Heaney went short and the kick was okay to Handley. We got the overlap through Walker. Now they're away here. Oh, but he just shrugged the tackle of the youngster there in right and went wide to Hickey, who kept running forward. Supposing number 10. Nolan on the mark. Hickey goes forward in the kite direction. And they got numbers back there east. Through Howard. Kick had to be good with a 45 inside their defensive 50 to Matty Johnson. He continues to rack them up. Their pass was fine there from the youngster there in Willems. They're going to make a meal of this. Romerell went back in board, not clean. Borg, Lachlan Walker, hurry kick forward. Howard didn't bend. Now he'll get it on the second attempt and send the ball towards half back. The stretch was good there from Jeffrey. Not long enough, said the umpire. Attack on the footy from both sides. Terrific. Hot footy out there today on Eastern Oval. And there'll be a ball up on half forward out of sight for the Bloods. East Point 1-7. Melton 3 behinds. Near 28 minutes gone, opening term. Ball up. Taylor won the tap. Merritt just ran past Davis, then went to ground, opened the door for Davis, who went to soccer. Excellent gather there from Q. Had a good game last week against Sunbury. Got plenty on the kick to outer centre wing. Players fly. No one got any purchase on the footy. So Watkins went short to Minito, who hit up Walker. Got it to Green Shields. Lowered the eyes and turned it over. Gee, they've done well to find Matty Johnson as often as they have in this opening term. The Bloods, you'd reckon he was wearing a maroon jersey. As he goes lateral to Rodamaronis, who started really well in the opening 8 or 9 minutes. As they just try and chip it over East Point. It's just the fundamentals on a wintry day. Not that easy with the perceived pressure against the Bloods. Scrappy moment of play will result in a win for the umpire, albeit a stoppage. Centre wing out of side. Near 29 minutes gone. East Point lead by 10 points. Ground ball. Chance here for Hickey. He's held up and we'll get a ball up. So some ominous signs on the horizon, on the cloud front. So Goals early, a premium here at Eastern Oval. If we are to see some rain in the second half, any separation at quarter or half time will be a major plus for either team who can manufacture such a result. It's East Point with a 10-point lead at the moment. Ball up, tap one by Van Meel. So the ruck duel's gone in swings and roundabouts. I think Van Meel got the first 5 or 6, and then Taylor squared it up, and Van Meel's had the last couple. That one to Van Meel again. Walker didn't break the tackle. And we'll get another ball up. So Van Meel and Taylor. Van Meel went boundary side. It was Hickey, who's starting to get a bit of the ball himself for the Bloods. Went with the outside of the right boot. Thompson lost his feet. Hickey kept running. Touch of the fumbles. It's been a bit of pattern of play for the Bloods in this opening term. High pressure environment. And considerably more difficult conditions than what we've seen in the opening 5 weeks. Blessed with sunny skies, but today a bit more wintry as Van Meel played the percentages. Territory gain to outer centre wing. The gather from Lavery was clean, but he was held up by Handley. There'll be a ball up on half forward outer side for the Bloods. Kick over half an hour gone. Says a lot for the amount of stoppages and the like we've had, because we only had 1 goal, so a term to go beyond the 30-minute mark is not that common. So it's East Point, 1 goal, 7-13, who lead Melton 3 behinds. Geordie Johnson with the only goal of the game. Gee, you can almost go through the majors of the blokes that scored behinds, but the 10-point lead to East Point. They're 4-1 heading in to the undefeated Bloods. The breeze is just coming into my face at the moment. So across the ground. So Joe Carmody will be happy with that opening term. Their intent on the footy was a seismic correction on that of the final term we saw at Sunbury last week, where they conceded 8 goals unanswered to go down to the Lions by 45 points. We've got a new game here. All's forgiven. And it's game on. Grand final replay. It's East Point with the upper hand, 1-7-13. They lead Melton 3 behinds. Geordie Johnson, the only goal scorer, as mentioned, scores from around the grounds before a quick break. Darley 43 leads Sebastopol 2. They've added another one, the Devils. 49 plays 2. Ballarat 20 lead Bacchus Marsh 8. Sunbury 47 lead Lakers 13. No score out of Redan at the moment. Guys, a break and back with an entertaining second term in front of us here, live from Eastern Oval.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Second quarter underway here at Eastern Oval. It's a 10-point lead to East Point. Matty Johnson, who finished off that opening term very well. Went to ground on that occasion, couldn't impact the contest. Loose ball gather was good there from Merritt. Tried to get it with the outside of the boot, but found the belly in the end. And went out of bounds on the full. So just having a chat to a couple of the East Point hierarchy. The breeze favouring the Melton end to a degree in this second term. So the kick, plenty of it there from Cotter, got beyond half forward. Thompson with a rebound kick only as far as Jack Walker. Ground ball opportunity gathered there by Willems in the end, who fired the hair pass out. Might be Willems there, not Willems. It's just got to check on that. Someone's got the 54 on. Chance here for Rodamaronis. Quick hands to Matty Johnson. Braden Kite was the pursuant. Chance for Q. Quick hands got it to Howard, who found Thompson. And he went short to Hucker, who was up to the task. Sullivan ran past Hucker and allowed Hucker to run away. But it's set up nicely for Wright, the first gamer. Just laconically chipped it over the top. Tried to find Molan. Going to ground there was Stewart. Snocker off the ground from Lavery. It's a little unlucky. And found Watkins, right place, right time. This kick had to be good, and it was. And found Suter, who had a good opening term. It was important between the arcs. He and Hickey, arguably Melton's best in that opening term. Penetrating kick. It's well read off the boot. Umpires picked out a free kick here for a hold. It's going to go the way of Howard. Will go short and wide to broadcast side, and found Thompson on the defensive 50. Can chip it over the top to Thompson, to Matty Johnson if he likes, and he does. And Matty Johnson will do the old-fashioned talk. Kept it low. Suter again. Cut it off. Went by hand to Ferrugia. Can give it back to Jack Walker. Got it to Davis. Ferrugia. And the finish was good. And the Bloods are on the board here at Eastern Oval on the major front. They kicked their first of the afternoon. The kick took the best part of a quarter and 2.5 minutes to get it done. So for all that, they're within 4 points. So Ferrugia, handy type to have in your side, interleague representative. Really does give his all in any role asked of him by Coach Troy Scoble. So a quick opportunity to get an update score from around the grounds. Darley 50, Sebastopol 8. So the Devils have started well on the road. Ballarat 2, 27, lead Bacchus Marsh 8. Sunbury 50, lead Lake Windermere 13. Back of the restart on the back of that Ferrugia goal. Dark skies overhead. Goals are going to start coming at a premium. While the lights aren't on overhead, a few cars have opted to go with the lights. Ball gets on the end of it. 50 metres out from goal. Set sail for the judge. Back-to-back goals for the Bloods. And more importantly, they get the lead. 2-3-15 Melton. Each point 1-7-13. So they're not going to muck around by foot in this second term. They're going to go for territory, the Bloods, if the opening 4 minutes have been any indicator. Down East Point respond. No Ruckman could gain an effective tap. Kenny took the ball to ground with the pressure of Hickey. It was good in that opening term. Ball up. Again, copy-paste. No Ruckman can impact. Jack Walker across the body. Carter came out in front. Got a terrible bounce. Borg was clever. Got it over the top to Geordie Kite. And the pressure from behind. The run-down tackle on Borg was sensational. Square away a stoppage. That was well done there by Q. So Melton lead here. No ruckman could, again, 3 in a row. Ground ball. Umpire says, I'll have it. Gee, these clouds overhead. Well, constipated is a word. It's going to come down soon. Now Johnson, hurry kick out of the defence. Went boundary side. Lavery overran the ball, opened the door for Stewart. Sullivan almost held without it. Umpire called play on. Hands high and up and under kick. Rodamaronis backs back. But Handley, eyes for the ball, read it better. And Mark cleanly. Now the leaves are starting to blow to the left, so the breeze picking up here. Cairns thought he marked the ball. Umpire thought it was a half volley. So you can see by the impact of that digital scoreboard, the light having on this contest as an example of how dark it is here. Now chance for Ferruccio. He's been busy. Got it to Minito. Tumbling ball forward. Howard out in front. And it's stolen by Carter. Release the ball. Ground ball opportunity. They need to be good here. And the East Point defence negotiate with a high up and under kick towards half back. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against the Kangas. It's going to go to Connor, who's pushed right up to half forward. Only Heaney in the East Point half at the moment, but the kick let him down. The entry, Cairns sends it wide. The kick was good to McDougall. So McDougall will just tip it over the top. The kick was safe. Found Hucker right in front of us here. Now East Point will look to go forward for a rare moment in this opening few minutes of this second term. McDougall just didn't quite read it well enough off the pack. Handley, lights on here at Eastern Oval. Minito switches play to the outer side. Now they've got the all too familiar Bloods overlap here. Scobell needs to be good on the kick. Well, it let him down. Open the door for the East Point side. Matty Johnson standing start. Sends it forward. And the mark has been taken by Geordie Johnson, is it? Who's in the number 54 now. Maybe one of the better number 54s getting around in this competition, I tell you that. And he looks every bit like a number 54 too, with the old rugby style headband. Thanks to our good friends at Elastoplast. So it'll be Geordie Johnson, who kicked East Point's only goal in that opening term from a set shot. Will have an opportunity to regain the lead for the hosts here this afternoon. Yeah, the crowd love it. And Geordie Johnson gets it done. He becomes the first multiple goal scorer of the afternoon in this low-scoring affair. He has both of East Point's goals. And the Bloods have got the lead back here at Eastern Oval. Yeah, collectively 1 goal 10 between the two sides in the opening term. Has been improved with 3 goals straight in this second term. East Point lead by 4 points, 8.5 minutes gone. All up. 4th time in a row, neither ruckman could get a hand on it. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go Melton's way to Taylor. So Taylor will go long, tumbling, awkward kick. Well read off the boot there by Romerall. So he'll go out of side. Under the lights here at Eastern Oval, about a centre wing. McDougall did it well. The ball just held up into that breeze. So too his kick to half forward. Johnson had it knocked away from him. It was good play there by Watkins. His follow-up work was equal to the task to deny Romerall a handball. Exit. There'll be a ball up here. Taylor and Van Meel. Can a ruckman get a hand on the ball? They have this time. Hickey. Dispossessed. Hurried kick forward. Courage shown there on the last line by the Melton defence. By Handley. And the kick didn't let him down either. And Suter, never shy on courage. Took a nice contested mark, a rare contested mark today. He went short to Watkins. He'll look to come broadcast centre wing. Over the head of Jeffrey. Well-weighted kick found Minito. Now, kicking to the advantage of Scoble here. Speak of Max. And that's a terrific kick. And he's still up on his bike. And he turned and ran away to 50. Sent the ball into the pocket. The kick let him down. Out of bounds on the full. So a rebound opportunity for East Point. A let-off of sorts. 10 minutes into this second term. Game's gone up a cog here. Less stoppages will do that. Handley, he's been in good form for the Bloods this year. Seeing the ball well. Went into the pocket. Over the head of Borg. Chance here for Kite. And to release the ball, speak of Geordie. Borg, and just knocked through there by Howard for a rush behind. Safety first. Well done by the defender. As we touched on earlier. A defence that's looking a little different without Jacob Brown, Joe Fraser, and Geordie Slater. But they hang on to a 3-point lead each point. Merritt brings the ball back in. Here's Hanley again. It's crept into the Bloods' best in the opening quarter and a half. Right foot kick. Look out. Ground ball opportunity. There's a couple of kites hanging around. It's not even a windy day, but Geordie grabs it outside of the right boot. Gets a goal. Gee, East Point's pressure's been real good for the opening quarter and a half. That was all a bit too easy because that ground ball was able to be gathered cleanly by Kite, and he actually sort of had some time to pivot and shoot for goal. Nobody goal side there for East Point. And Melton get the lead back. 3-4-22. They lead East Point 2-7-19. Geordie Kite gets his first. His 8th of the season. Back at the start. Tap one by Van Meel. Geordie Johnson, quick hands. Got it over towards Cairns. Hand pass further afield from Molan. Got it to Willems, who went deep into attack. Greenshield's got an important touch on the footy. And got it over the line for a boundary throw-in. So a good response out of that centre clearance there for East Point to set up another opportunity here to regain the lead. They trailed by 3 points after they led by 10 at quarter time. Oh, just off to the right. Something out of nothing attempt. Has gone through for 8 minor score. 2-8-20 East Point. Melton 3-4-22. So Minito will bring the ball back into play. Or Benito to outer centre wing. Carter, speaking of Liam, tried to knock it forward. Merritt knocked it back. So a bit of wax on, wax off. Chance for Suter. Standing start. Hurried kick towards half forward. Now chance for Romerell, who fell over at the crucial time. Willems gathered. High up and under kick. Chance of Van Meel. Went inboard. His hand pass went to Cairns. And his kick went forward only as far as Suter over the head of Stewart. And given the rare sort of stoppages and throw-ins in this second term, an opportunity for both sides to take a breather. 3-4-22 Melton. East Point 2-8-20, near 14 minutes gone. Thankfully, the rain has just gone around us here at the Eastern Oval. For the moment, touch wood, throw in. Tap one by Lavery. Rodamoronis couldn't gather. Molan could, but the pressure was good from Suter. Lavery dispossessed by Lachlan Walker. There'll be a free kick to Lachlan Walker. What transpired after that? Well, Suter's tackle on Hucker, while the whistle had already been blown, was pretty firm. So Walker gets it towards half forward. Borg in front, didn't impact the contest. Oh, Johnson met solidly by Suter. And a bit of remonstrating going on right in front of us here. Gee, Johnson was tough, back to his feet. Don't throw that tape out just yet. He might need another round of it. Just indicating to the umpire that the intent from Suter was unlawful, but They call play on through Sullivan. He's caught on his non-preferred. Fell into the hands of Minito. Ran his measure to 50. Set sail for the judge. And it's off to the right. 3:6:24 Melton. East Point 2:8:20. Stick with us by the BFNL Match Centre. Just an update score out of Redan and North Ballarat. Redan 9, North Ballarat 26. That was at quarter time. We'll give you a halftime score a little bit later. Now, Suda did everything but mark the footy in the end. Went the dribbling kick inside 50. Kite couldn't gather. Was Davis, in fact. And Rodder Moronis taken to the ground. There'll be a stoppage some 40 metres away from the Melton goal. Farrugia won the tap. Merritt through traffic. Got it to Rodder Moronis. Clearing kick. Handley, dropped the rear one. Opened the door for Van Meel. Tried to get it to McDougall, but just too much of it. It went straight up in the air. Opened the door for Sudo. Went looking for Jack Walker. Got him in the end. Hand pass to Lachlan Walker. Back to Sudo, who's been in everything. Kick inside 50. Loose ball opportunity for Farrugia. Tackle was excellent. And there'll be a ball up, 40 metres out. There was good pressure from Thompson. There'll be a ball up, 40 metres away from the Melton goal. So the East Point defence holding up for the moment. Lachlan Walker, hand pass only as far as Merritt. Territory gain to broadcast centre wing. Good 50-50 physical duel there between McDougall and Heaney. Fell into the hands of McDougall, who coughed it up to Stewart. Could have gone back if he wanted to Watkins. Elected to take it on himself. Kick forward. Favoured Borg. Gather was clean. Ran away from Lavery. Took a bounce. Ran to 50. A second bounce. Onto the left boot. Squaring kick. Opportunity here for Johnson. Head over the ball. Not rewarded by the umpire. And there'll be a free kick. I'll get the second one. I'll go the way of the Kangas. And Farrugia falling asleep on the ball. So it'll be Romerall with ball in hand. So they continue or endeavour to hold up. How about that for a kick? Found Geordie Johnson with the outside of the left boot. Yep, the feline drivers like it. As Geordie Johnson goes with the right boot. Found Handley. Poor kick. Meant for his brother Matty. Didn't find him. Nearly found the umpire there, Handley. Turnover opportunity for East. Nolan got it over there towards Hiscock. His long shot on goal is off to the right. And Minor, the ninth for East Point. 2-9-21. Melton 3-5-23. The lights on here at Eastern Oval. Back Social Club. Excellent kick back into play. Oh, that's 50. Nolan be disappointed with that. Now Borg, as the rain starts to tumble down on Eastern Oval. It was Jack Walker, inside 50, over the head of All and Sundry. Liam Carter got on the end of it, kick across the body, out of bounds on the full. See, both sides have missed to the right on 3 or 4 occasions. Out of bounds on the full. A lot of pressure in this game here this afternoon. In trying conditions at Eastern Oval, but the ground's in really good nick. Darley 56 lead Sebastopol 9. Ballarat 29 lead Bacchus Marsh 15. So Johnson goes short and the kick's okay. So Q, Jason to the behind post. Gets a good territory gain to Romerall. Had to wait under it a while, but read it well and was clean overhead. So that's more of a drop punt that we're used to seeing at the level. Green Shields had a bit of it, couldn't hang on. Ground ball. Potter was happy to hold it in. And they'll get a stoppage. Ball up. That one by Labour to Johnson. Speaking of Matty Johnson. Now they're out here, East Point, if they can get hold of it, but they couldn't. Cotter found Carter on the bounce. He gathered cleanly and went out in the kite direction. Good defence again there from East Point. Romerall overcooked the kick, meant for Matty Johnson. Could have caught one high. Umpire said no. And there'll be a ball up on half forward. All it even. Ground ball. Rodamaronis. Zach Walker. Max Scoble, the 3. Fighting over the last chip. The umpire says, well, I'll have it. The Bloods lead by 2 points. Time on second term. Tap won by Lavery to the advantage of Johnson. That was probably the best tap of the afternoon. Right foot kick along the line. Greenshield's got the loose ball feet off the pack. And the kick from Watkins found Scoble. But a juggling attempt has seen it awarded a boundary throw-in by the adjudicators here. So Melton, who trailed by 10 points at quarter time, lead by 2. And we're into time on here at the Eastern Oval of this second term. Throw-in. Foot race on here. Matty Johnson did well to get it to Jeffrey. Now he's tumbling kick. Had too much on it. He kick let him down. He had more time. Had more time to pivot. But the momentum of the kick just carried the ball over the line. So Greenshield concedes with an effective 45 to Watkins. How about that for a kick? To Jack Walker. It's a true centre half back. Pushing up was Sullivan. Took a mark on centre wing. Wastes no time going forward. It's all East Point here. Oh, they made a meal of it. They couldn't work it out. Chance there for Jeffrey. He's pushed back. Saved the day momentarily. There'll be a ball up. Melton lead by 2 points. Time on second term. Tap won by Lavery. Touch of the fumbles there from Jeffrey. It's a hot footy. Davis shoveled it out to Max Scoble. Quick hands. Got it to Hickey. Tumbling torpedo forward. Romerell couldn't hang on at this occasion. Howard might have caught one high. Wanted one, wasn't given. Romerell, hurried kick. To inside, still inside their D50 here, East Point, but they managed to hold it up, but not for long. Davis wheels onto the left boot and has a shot on goal, and he misses off to the right and through for a minus score. 3-7-25 Melton, East Point 2-9-21. So the kick in from number 1 to number 2. Merritt to Rodamaronis, who overcooked the kick, looking for number 32 in McDougall. So the 1, 2s and 3s combined. And Heaney says, look, I'll give you another crack at that as he fires the ball back. Out of bounds on the full. So Rodamaronis with ball in hand. Near 23 minutes gone second term. Melton by 3 points. Anybody's game. This one's going to go down to the wire, you'd think. So Matty Johnson goes in the McDougall direction. Marks comfortably. He can go here. But he goes by foot towards half forward. Presenting well in front. Terrific grab. They have taken there by Romerell, who goes wide to the pocket. Over the head of right. He's got some toe, though. He went to ground. He's out of the contest. Minito got it to Cotter. Managed to release by hand. Watkins held up. There'll be a ball up. 30 metres away from the East Point goal. So the best part of the last 7 or 8 minutes played in Melton's half. So East Point with an opportunity here against the run of play. Have a moment in their forward line to ask questions of the Bloods defence. Jack Walker, clearing kick. The outer centre wing. Foot race on. Thompson happy to see it over the line for a throw in. So you can Brin on that occasion. Melton by 3 points. This is an arm wrestle. 3 goals to 2, but 15 behinds between the two of them. Now here's Lachlan Walker. Had Sullivan inside, but went around onto the right boot. Liam Carter got a terrible bounce. Merritt read it well, but a slow hand pass. Jeffrey had to wait a little too long under it. As soon as he gathered, he was pressured by Hickey over the line for a throw in. Centre wing out of side. There's the throw in. Shallow one at that. Favoured Lavery, who won the tap. Johnson is going to get a hold. So the reigning Henderson medalist plays on. Went by hand. It was awkward, but they got it done to Merritt. Territory gain to half forward. We'll call it that. 55 metres around from the East Point goal. The kick into a slight breeze in this second term. 25 minutes gone. So it'll be Taylor and Van Meel. Taylor won that tap. Only as far as Jeffrey, who waited behind the ball. There's the fly from Geordie Johnson. Ground ball opportunity for Watkins to do the mopping up, and he sent the ball to the outer side. One bounce into the fence for a boundary throw in, 65 to 70 metres away from the East Point goal. So both defences holding up here this afternoon at the Eastern Oval. Throw in, tap one by Taylor. Cairns did the sharking. Now got it to Kenny. Needs to make this entry count. Dribbling ball. Wormburner inside 50. Rodham has kept his feet. Broke through a tackle. Threw the ball onto the boot. High up and under the kick to the danger zone. Neither player could impact the aerial. Max Scoble did the ground ball sharking. Fired the hand pass out. One bounce over the line for a throw in. East Point wanting deliberate. I'm not sure he had many other options, really, Scoble. Unless he was just going to run the ball over the boundary. So Melton lead by 3 points. East Point in attack here. Van Meel's attack on the footy was good. And he's held up by Suter. Through traffic went Jones. Awkward ball to boot. Wright's got it. Screams of touched from the Bloods faithful. Was denied by the umpire. I'm not sure whether they wanted to yell touched or that didn't go the required, but both have been afforded here to Wright. And they'll come from everywhere if the youngster can slot this in his first game at the level, because it will give East Point the lead and the youngster a major confidence boost on debut. Wright's kick's on the way. It's coming back. And there they go. The youngster Wright is swarmed by kangaroos of the human variety as he celebrates that all-important goal ahead of the halftime siren here at Eastern Oval. It's given East Point an all-important buffer, albeit of the slightest variety. They lead by 3 points, but it's a nice little momentum builder as we approach half-time here at Eastern Oval. 3-9-27 East Point, Melton 3-6-24. North Ballarat 46, lead Redan 22. We're back at the start here. Hickey fired the hand pass out to Suter, who went with the left boot. Tumbling one at that to half forward. Carter couldn't impact the contest. Romerell could, and the kick was good. Found Kenny. So Kenny weighing up his options. He can go to Johnson short if he likes, but goes the longer option. Lavery, good use of the body. On Suter. Wide into the pocket. McDougall the target. It's a good use of the body from the big man. Such a good player, McDougall. And when, you've got the top-end talent, as they're known for here at East Point, he can often go under the radar. Speaking of the radar, he's off the radar there, McDougall, with another point. 3-10-28 East Point, Melton 3-6-24. 4-point lead of the Kangas. Near half-time here. 29 minutes gone. Cool day here. The clouds will tell you that. So too the lights really on the impression as Cotter runs away to outer side. Penetrating drop punt beyond half back, off hands, and there'll be a throw in. So a good defensive clearance. Territory gain there from Geordie Cotter. We'll get the Bloods out of trouble momentarily. They trail by 4 points here. Lavery won the tap. Through traffic went Molan. Jones fed it before he got it. Then went back and got it, nearly turned it over. Air pass went for Romerell. Perugia. Loose ball opportunity for Merritt. Swinging a miss there by Molan. Yeah, that passage deserved a ball up in the end. The restart. Well, won't really give that tap to anyone. Johnson Umpires picked out a free. Now, last roll of the dice ahead of half-time for the Bloods here, you'd think. Davis wheels onto the left boot. Goes into attack. Players set themselves. Liam Carter got his hands on it. Ground level ball shark there by Kite. Went there looking for brother Geordie. And he snuck it in. Little momentum builder for the Bloods ahead of the half-time siren. They get one back and the lead, more importantly. 5-6-36 Melton. Well, no. That's their fourth, isn't it? Yeah. So 4-6-30 Melton. No, the siren's not broken here. That's just the train in the background. But we are near that halftime siren. Melton at 4-6-30 lead, each point 3-10-28. Near 31 minutes gone. So the two Geordies, the multiple goal scorers, on the ground. Geordie Johnson for East, Geordie Kite for the Bloods. Back in the restart. Up they go. Taylor won the tap. As the halftime siren sounds here at Eastern Oval. The first quarter went a tick over 30 minutes. Quarter two, a tick over 31. A most entertaining game. And lead changes are plenty here at Eastern Oval. But it's the Bloods who trailed by 10 points into the breeze at quarter time. Now lead by 2 at the half. They're 4-6-30. They lead each point 3-10-28. Look at the goal scorers for Melton. Geordie Kite has 2. Borg and Ferrugia 1 each, whilst for East Point, Geordie Johnson with 2. And the youngster Wright on debut with 1. Just when we thought that was enough to give East Point the lead, getting them right off the Bloods, who were able to close out that term with a last-ditch effort goal. And there was arguably a minute left on the clock. Guys, we'll have a look at scores around the grounds, and we'll assume that they're at the same stage as we are at half-time here. So, half-time, Darley, 11-3-69, Sebastopol 3-3-21. Ballarat 5-5-35, Bacchus Marsh 3-4-22. Sunbury 10-12-72, Lake Windaree 4-2-26, and North Ballarat 7-5-47, Lead Redan 3-4-22. Guys, a break here from an overcast Eastern Oval, the most entertaining game. It's the grand final replay. It's living up to the billing on the pressure front. There's been a few misses in front of goal, but the scoreline has certainly matched that of the pressure, because there's only 2 points in it here. Anybody's game, but it's the Bloods, the reigning premiers, endeavouring to make it 24 wins of 25 under Troy Scoble, who have the advantage at the main break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the third quarter and second half action on the BFNL Match Centre.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's. Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Welcome back here to Eastern Oval ahead of the second half action here in the BFNL's match of the round. Grand final replay from last year between East Point and Melton. East Point led by 10 points at quarter time. That lead had been cancelled out +2. So Melton lead by 2 points after their time with a slight breeze. Just a little bit more carry to the left of screen, which will favour East Point in this term. Yeah, both sides have, they just haven't got the game on their own terms. They've missed shots on goal, which have been rare, and it's really been both defences that have held up. Third quarter underway here. Tap one by Van Meel. Went through the lap of Rodamoronis. Matthew Johnson. Soccer ball towards half forward. Keeping his feet there was Molan. Back through traffic. Got it to Matty Johnson. Weighed up the options and went deep forward. Geordie Johnson had a bit of it. Wanted to push. Denied. Hurried kick. Out of defence has been cut off there by Jones. Now wheel onto the right boot. Chance to send East Point back into attack. Could be the perfect start for the Kangas. They go in the McDougall direction. Get a bit of it. Couldn't bring it down. Loose ball opportunity here for Wright, who kicked East Point's last goal deep in that second term. He's fighting ferociously for the footy. Neither side could gain any ascendancy. It's shoveled out to Rodamoronis. Onto the right boot. The perfect start for the Kangas. Out of the middle they went again. Probably had the better of Melton out of the middle today. East Point through primarily Matty Johnson and Rodamoronis. And they regain the lead here. Under the lights at Eastern Oval in the opening 2 minutes. 4-10 plays 4-6. Pick of the round on the score front, given the one-sided nature of most other games around the BFNL this afternoon. Back in the middle of the ground. Neither ruckman, not for the first time. Couldn't get a hand on the ball. Matty Johnson couldn't get away from the vice-like grip of Jack Walker and Lachlan Walker. Ball up. Taylor won that tap. Matty Johnson again. He's been at the fall of the ball for the most part this afternoon. Swing and a miss by both ruckman again. Tap forward to East Point's half forward line. Gathered by Minito. Got plenty on the kick from half back to half forward. Loose ball. Danger here. Kite looming. Had to apply the tackle in the end. And he'll square away a stoppage. So Melton, albeit a shallow entry. Their first of this third term. Ball up. Tap one by Ferrugia to Matty Johnson. Forced to release by hand. Got it to Van Meel. Tumbling kick into the middle of the ground here. Bouncing ball. Clean bowled Heaney, but he got it back. He missed the target. Went to where Minito was, not where he was going. Chance for Wright, who was clean and went lateral. Came broadcast side. Big thanks to the youngster. Going to make it easier for us, Gooby Dooble. More Scoble, really. And young Chase saw it over the line for a boundary throw-in. And Jones beaten by the boundary line. Throw in. Van Meel and Taylor. I won't mention that again. Rodamoronis. And pass to Cairns. They've had time to gather. It's a little bit too all easy in the end. He did all the hard work. And then inadvertently turned it over with a spray kick out of bounds on the full. So Handley went short to Walker. So he goes along the line in the Carter direction. Good grab in front of Howard. So I'll have fond memories of Liam Carter, the Kangas. Of course, he can be getting 6 goals in that grand final. He kicked 6 of Melton's 11. But he's been goalless today. Geordie Kite, their leading scorer on the goal front with 2. It's a boundary throw-in on half forward for the Bloods here. Right in front of the grandstand. Shallow throw in, Lavery. Clever tap to Matty Johnson, who fired it out to Cairns, who found Jeffrey. Right foot kick to an open forward line. Strong overhead grab from Geordie Johnson. Little proppy getting back to his feet. The danger man. So Jones is going to push forward into the pocket here to provide, but denied. Johnson's going to use the aid of the slight breeze. Right-hand goalpost. But he'll know better than I. With ball in hand, a shot here to extend the lead back to the quarter-time margin of 10. Geordie Johnson has 2 goals to his name. Runs around from 50. And plenty on the kick. Bending back. Good enough from a quality player. And an even better finish. Geordie Johnson kicks his third. And gets the Kangas a 10-point lead here at Eastern Oval. 3 goals in a low-scoring affair. He has 3 of East Point's 5 goals. They're 5-10-40 East Point. They lead Melton 4-6-30. And the Bloods winning streak under the pump here at Eastern Oval. Tap one by Lavery through traffic. Rodamaronis threw it away, and umpire called play on. Said he got a handball away. Chance for Manito. Right foot kick to broadcast centre wing. Over the head of Borg. Foot race on. You'll back him here. Romerill's not short of some toe either. Put enough pressure on the Borg kick. For one bounce over the line. Well, Romerill didn't get to Borg. There was enough pressure there on Borg's kick for him to miss the target. But they'll get a boundary throw in inside their 50. Wasn't too bad in that opening half either. Matt Romerill back into the side today. Into the side. Ground ball. Q over it. Chance here for Davis. Dispossessed. Jack Walker. So too he. Suter. But threw it out in the end. Who will it favour? Matty Johnson got on the end of it. Went by hand. Set up okay for Thompson. Went with the right boot to Hucker. It's a good kick. So he went short to Cairns on centre wing other side. The lead-up kick was good to Geordie Johnson. 3 goals next to his name today. Went short to brother Matt. So 4 or 5 consecutive kicks hitting the target. It's been a rarity this afternoon for both sides. So the chain continues as Matty Johnson goes wide and found Geordie Johnson, who's starting to have a real impact in this third term. So he lowers the eyes. Youngster right had it knocked away from him there by Hanley. Turnover opportunity. Jack Walker got it to Kite. Tumbling right foot kick, foot race on, 3-on-2, favouring East Point. Carter nearly won out in the end. Ground ball. Here come the reinforcements for East Point. It's just a 50-50 handball there. Ravery gathered. Borg, good intent. Can he bend? No, he went the soccer in the end. To the other side of the ground. Foot race on again. Davis, Merritt. Merritt gathered. Got ball to boot. High up and under kick. Players set themselves. No mark taken. Ball could have been held without an umpire call play on. Social Club wanted holding the ball. But why wouldn't they? Icy breeze here at Eastern Oval. Pies have won, have they, at the G? Terrific. Here goes Matty Johnson again. Got it to Hucker. Just put Geordie Johnson under a bit of pressure with that slow drop punt. Turnover opportunity for the Bloods. Now Ferrugia got on the end of it. Sent the Bloods forward. Thompson dropped what he should have taken. Geordie Kite gathered. Got it to Borg. Danger! 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 Borg kicks his second. Gets one back for the Bloods. And within 4 points here at Eastern Oval, 8.5 minutes into this second term. Gee, Thompson would be disappointed with that. No doubt there would be some communication from the East Point defence telling him that he was good to go in an uncontested sense. But he spilt that. And against the Bloods, they make you pay. 5-10-40 East Point. Melton 5-6-36. On spec, I don't think the lead's been any greater than 10 for either side this afternoon. So the tight nature continues. It's a hot footy. Molan got it to Matty Johnson. Needs to be quick. The Borg was coming. Got ball to boot. Tumbling one at that to half forward. Bloods have, well, they're in a bit of bother here, but it was terrific gather and hand pass by Henley. Got it to Chase Scoble. Got it to Cotter. They got the overlap through Walker. Speaking of Jack, who found Davis. And away he went on the left boot. Inside 50. Spoil under the pump. Excellent tackle there from Borg. There'll be a ball up, top of the goal square. Game gone up a gear again here. Near 10 minutes gone, third term. 40 place, 36. Tap one by Taylor. Matty Johnson fired the hand pass out. Van Meel couldn't get his handball through the traffic. Swarm of players around the footy. Johnson swinging a miss. Was Thompson swinging a miss by foot. Chance for Kite. Got it back to Jack Walker. Shot on goal across the face. Carter. No, goal umpire said it's a point. Well, he's got the hand on the heart there, the goal umpire. And there's 47 goal umpires in the social club who have inadvertently given it a point. Needless to add, it was the goal umpire, the genuine one at that. The one who's in the paid position was in the right position. Much better than those 6 cans in the social club. Ball comes back into play. To halfback from Merritt. Borg at ground level. Lowered the eyes and found Kite. So Braden Kite will go back and have his first shot on goal for the afternoon. And we're near, tick over 11 minutes into this third term. See, we've had a bit of luck with very little rain. Not even drizzle, in fact, while there was a bit last night and this morning. It has subsided for the most part today. Kite's kick just went across and hit the post. One-sided nature of that social club, just giving the Bronx cheer. The cannon into the woodwork. Merritt will go to outer side with that all too familiar, beautiful execution of the drop punt. And it got to true outer centre wing in the end and rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in. 2-point lead to East Point. Near 12 minutes gone, third term. Entertaining game of footy. You'll think the side that makes the least mistakes, given the low-scoring nature of this game, will win. Tap one by Van Meel. Hickey got it to Ferrugia. Kick across the body, dribbling one at that to half forward. Set up for McMahon. The kick was well cut off there by Merritt. He really has been a soldier in defence since assuming a role behind the ball over the last 12 months. Out of centre wing, ground ball opportunity. Hickey overran it, but Ferrugia was there to provide the support. He got it to Suter. He went to McMahon. Kick inside 50. Borg at speed. Overran the ball. Gathered by Kite. And how's the finish from Geordie? It's good, and they come from everywhere. It's a good finish. Geordie Kite matches his opposite Geordie from East Point with 3 goals. 5-10, 40 East Point. 6-8, 44. Melton regain the lead here. After they led by 2 points at the half, they now lead by 4. Back at the restart, Matty Johnson. Oh, he's a bit lucky there. He went low, Johnson, and gave Ferrugia little or no chance of getting him around the waist, so to speak, as Matty Johnson goes forward. Excellent grab there behind the ball there by Cotter. Always courageous to get in the hole, because you know what's potentially coming at you from behind, namely McDougall or Johnson. But his kick was a bit lazy to Stewart, but he's got time to gather. Now, Braden Kite found McMahon, who went by hand. Back to Braden Kite, managed to release the ball by hand just in time. swarm of players square away a stoppage. On centre, we're going to side of the ground. 14 and a half minutes gone, third term. Melton with the advantage, 4 points. Now here's an opportunity. Through Willems, high up and under kick to half forward for East Point. Jones led with the head and then fired the hand pass out. Jeffrey, skills of a different game, let him down. Green Shields, release the ball. Good spatial awareness there from Wright. Went forward to an outnumber. But Geordie Johnson somehow ended up with it. Fired the ball out by hand. Got it to Molan. Loves a goal. And he gets it done. Good response from East Point. They get the lead back here. Yeah, not many people would be able to win that ball in a 3-on-1. You had to get it done in the air and at ground level there, Geordie Johnson. And was able to feed that handball to Molan, who had every right to think he wasn't going to get it after last week. Back at the restart. Tap one in the middle there by Perugia. Ground ball. Chance for Thompson. Shallow entry. Inside 50. Going back was Manito. Took a nice grab on the defensive 50 for the Bloods. So he's quite the designated kicker for the Bloods. And he'll look to get a territory gain here. And he comes wide to Suter, who will need a favourable bounce. And he cut it off just. And went along the line to Borg. So they're on the move, the Bloods. And the kick from Borg was good. Hit up the target of Carter, who just fell over at the crucial stage. He was off. And now he stops and props and goes forward. Kite! Got a hand to it. Can bring it down. Romerell. Clearing kick across the body was effective. Good communication between Parker and Matthew Johnson to complete the mark. So he goes back to the defensive goal square. To Howard. It's a lazy kick to Thompson. Just got to him on the bounce, but he was swarmed by Bloods. And there'll be a ball up. East Point, 2-point lead here. Near 17 minutes gone, third term. Ball up, tap one by Van Meel. Lachlan Walker tackled. Taken to the ground there by Q. There'll be a ball up. Braden Kite contested that ruck duel. How about that? Somehow East Point ended up with it though. Clearing kick to outer centre wing. Chance for McDougall. Right foot kick. Handley had a good first half. Did the mopping up. And the rebound with the right foot kick. Only as far as Matty Johnson, who tried to knock it to the advantage of Jeffrey. Found him in the end. His hand pass found Wright, who ran out of space. Some good pressure on him applied by Davis to see it over the line for a throw in. Seesawing affair here at Eastern Oval. If only that was the case with the temperature. It just continues on the decline. Chance for Jeffrey. Lost his footing. Chase Scoble, reward for keeping his feet and found Kite in the goal square. Braden Kite won't miss from here. And a chance to regain the lead again for Melton. It's been an interesting stat, the number of lead changes here at Eastern Oval. And Kite wastes little time regaining the lead for the Bloods. And it's back to a 4-point ball game in favour of the reigning premiers. There's 7-8-50. They lead East Point 6-10-46. Braden Kite gets his first. So he's had more ball in this third term than he has the entire opening half. Whilst that was his first goal, it wasn't his first score involvement. It's had a little bit to do with brother Geordie getting on the end of a couple. So we'll get you an update score as they come to hand from around the grounds. North Ballarat 56, lead Redan 31. Back at the start here at the Eastern Oval. After that Braden Kite goal, Lachlan Walker found Stewart. Back to Lachlan Walker. Good little period here for the Bloods. Kick came broadcast side. McMahon left-hand hand pass was good. Chase Scoble. Oh, Suter was held without it every day of the week. He'll take that free kick. So Suter a chance to send the Bloods back into attack. They go wide to the pocket. Liam Carter got his hands on it. Good defence there from Howard. To see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Darley 100, Sebastopol 27. Boundary throw-in. Over the head of Taylor and Lavery on that occasion. They wanted the throw there, the Bloods. They didn't get it. That was a fair call. Chance here for East Point to combine through Hucker, who just got it to Cairns, who chipped it over the top cleverly. Van Willems. So he'll weigh up the options, and off he goes with the right boot towards half forward. Matty Johnson the target. Hanley at the back, got a hand on it. Right, was clean. The tackle, good pressure from Handley. Matty Johnson provides the support. Swinging him is by foot. Good pressure from Cotter. Handley gathered. Went back to Green Shields. They're under the pump here. Jack Walker does the clearance. Get it to the broadcast centre wing. Come on to beat Kite. Did all but hang on to it in the end. And then just knocked it out of bounds. We won't even enter the deliberate conversation because there were two far more deliberate than that. While that was, by definition, insufficient intent. He was a bronze medalist compared to the other two that we've seen today already. Throw in. Taylor, Lavery, over the back. Jones ran to centre wing. Set the ball forward to the danger zone. Handley. Well, no mark. He's going to pay the mark in the end, is he? For Watkins. So he came broadcast side to Chase Scoble. So that's three good kicks in a row from the youngster who's hit up lead up targets. Good on him. Now, Carter, he did find Davis, but it went through the hands. Three swarming East Point players. Rodamaronis, Merritt, Hucker, who found Matty Johnson. Half forward, onto the right boot, stabbed at it. Chance here for Wright. He went for the, nearly clever little outside of the boot soccer. Watkins kept it in, tried to get it to the advantage of Green Shields. But momentum took the ball over in the end for a boundary throw-in. 22 minutes gone, third term. Melton 50, East Point 46. 45 metres around from the East Point goal. And the Bloods defence hold up once more. Hickey at ground level. Shoveled it out. Green Shields gathered. Released it to Lachlan Walker. Went boundary side. Jones gathered. Was happy to carry it over the line in the end. 51 metres away from the Melton goal. This clearance, all important. Green Shields dropped it. Umpire called play on, no prior. And again, a twister at ground level will result in a stoppage. Ball up. Van Meel with the early fly. Rodamaronis being clean today around. Stoppage. Good pressure from Hickey. McMahon's hand pass. Got it to Scoble. He got it towards Jack Walker. He dropped it and pinged by the umpire. Crowd starting to get involved here. Well, it's not the biggest crowd I've seen at Eastern Oval. They're starting to get a bit chirpy. So Romerell got on the end of the handball and went with the left boot out in the McDougall direction. He's going to, umpire put the whistle in the mouth, forgot to blow it. Chase Scoble gathered the loose ball, went by hand to Stewart. Left foot kick to broadcast centre wing. Boundary line will beat Howard and Kite. Kite does the sportsman thing and denied Howard a unwanted visit into the fence. Boundary throw in. Centre wing, broadcast side. Melton lead by 4 points, 24-minute mark. Taylor won the tap, went back toward the boundary. Hickey wanted it more. Just got knocked off the ball there by Thompson. The ball travelled over the line for a throw in. Small metres gain for the Bloods on the back of that Taylor tap. So the lights continue to take effect. Boundary throw in. Taylor works his way to the front. Lavery just tried to tap it towards Geordie Johnson. Couldn't find him. Hustling through was Hickey, is he? Oh, McMahon, whose intent on the ball was good. Lavery. Now, Geordie Johnson knocked to his own advantage. Kept his feet. Good pressure from Hickey. But East Point had the outnumber through Hucker. Who got it to Cairns, the right, back to Cairns. Dangerous here for the Bloods. Cairns went long. Hopeful rather than anything else. Juggling attempt at the mark has been held. Super grab in the end there from Matthew Johnson, who's pushed forward. And the classy grab there from the reigning Henderson medalist. He'll kick across his body to get East Point back the lead. He makes no mistake. And the seesawing nature of the lead changes continue here at Eastern Oval. So Matty Johnson gets his first. He becomes East Point's fifth goal kicker of the afternoon. Geordie Johnson has 3. Wright, Rodamoronis and Molan 1 apiece, whilst for Melton, Geordie Kite 3, Braden Kite 1, Kyle Borg 2, and Connor Ferrugia has the 1. Stick with us via the BFNL match setter. We've got a ripper on our hands here. East kicking with the aid of a slight breeze, but sides have proven they could score into it today. There'll be no excuse for either side come the final siren this afternoon. Now, there goes Geordie Johnson again. Hacked it forward. Important spoil there from Stewart. Got in the hands of Minuto, who went wide. Looking for Chase Scoble. Max Scoble, sorry. And his kick was cut off there by Jones. We just tipped it over the top. And was okay. To Hucker, who keeps the overlap going. Boundary side. To Cairns, who went into the pocket. And over the head of Lavery and clean bowled McDougall and rolled into the fence for a boundary throw-in. So East Point giving themselves another opportunity to score here and add to the 2-point advantage deep in time on in this third term. There's the throw-in. Lavery won the tap. Johnson, speak of Geordie, through traffic. His kick was stalled there by Stewart, who got the ball towards half-back for the Bloods. But the ball will come back in on the cue kick. And right on cue, guess who? Hucker. So Hucker with ball in hand. Oh, really a noted goal kicker in his senior career at East Point, albeit the infancy of. He'll have a shot here from 40 metres. No more important kick for him than this one today. Kick's on its way. He likes it straight off the boot, Hucker. And it's back to an 8-point lead to East Point. Back-to-back goals for the Kangas in time on of this third term. East Point have an 8-point lead here. 8-10, 58, 7-8, 50. Now, can Melton get a late one as they did with a similar time frame left in this third term as they did in that second quarter? Ball up. That one by Ferrugia. Borg off half forward. Gathered cleanly. Across the body on the left boot. Carter, second attempt. Couldn't gather. Ground ball. Nearly dribbling ball. Is good enough. And the Bloods get another late one, which would frustrate the hierarchy of East Point. We tipped it at the centre bounce. Can they get another late one with just 90-odd seconds left on the clock at a guess in this third term? They were able to get it done on the back of a Ferrugia tap, ball gather, a Borg entry, and a Liam Carter aerial come ground ball finish. So Liam Carter gets his first, and it's the Bloods who respond. They're back within 2. Here they go again. Through Jack Walker in the Liam Carter direction. He got 2 to beat. And he's come the support for the East Point defence. Q, one of those, went to ground. They'll hold it up here, the Bloods, and square away a stoppage on half forward, just outside their 50. Now it's the Kangas' turn to defend. What a ripping game of footy. Under trying conditions, really. Loose ball. Suda met solidly by Ryder Moronis. Kept it in. Found Matty Johnson. Needs to release the ball. Did in the end. Ryder Moronis gathers, kicks, went to a 2-on-1. Numbers prevail. And it's Heaney who read it well. Floated in front of McDougall and sent the Bloods to the attacking 50. From the side, Matty Johnson went to ground. And there'll be another stoppage half forward, 60 metres away from the Melton goal. Who trailed by 2 points. First quarter went for 30 minutes. Second quarter, 31. This one now, tick over 30. Jack Walker was strong in the contest. Forced to shovel it out only as far as right. Got ball to boot. McDougall's got 2 to beat. One at the front, one at the back. Cotter gathered, tackled, pushed in the back, said the umpire. And 50 against Billy Jones for pushing Cotter with some force. Not sure whether it was worth a 50, worth a warning at least. But he'll suck some time out of the clock here, Cotter, and go back and have a shot. He'll be well aware of the situation here. It was an unnecessary act there from Jones. So Cotter from 55 goes to the teeth of goal. Carter has it knocked away from him. Now Romerall just coughed it up. And 50. Now a bit of feeling creeping into this game. So they'll want to get it going here, East. Take advantage of this. And it's in the right hands of Merritt, who came broadcast side. Cairns. He's off on his bike, ran away from Sooner. Pocket, McDougall. Oh, it's over his head. Bouncing ball down the safety of the boundary line for the Bloods. But they'll get a stoppage or a boundary throwing deep in their front half here, the Kangas, who lead by 2 points. Near 32 minutes gone, third term. Throw in. So Ferrugia to do the ruck work against Van Meel. Ground ball opportunity. Watkins took them on. Dispossessed. McDougall. Something out of nothing across the body. Right from the back. Bloods had numbers. Jewett went the soccer. Not out of trouble yet here. Cotter. Clever hand pass. Got it to the advantage of Hickey from the defensive 50. Got it to outer centre wing. It's been cut off there by Merritt, who went short. Thought he might have banged it in long. Now Q went short. They want to get it moving here. Nolan. That's why I thought Merritt would have bombed it in from outer centre wing there. Long kick. Deep into attack. 3 Bloods up. And that was enough to get it over the line for a boundary throwing. How long left in this quarter, gents? 44 seconds remain in this highly entertaining third term. Seesawing affair. Throw in. Ground ball. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the Bloods' way. So Ferrugia, as time ticks away, there'll be no chance of a Blood score. They'll just need to hang on for the next 25 seconds. Dangerous from the door here. Ferrugia's second effort, drop that umpire call, play on, no prior, and they'll get a stoppage. 25 metres out from the East Point goal. 33 and a half minutes gone. Ball up, tap one by Ferrugia. Chance here for Hiscock, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. And that will just about put an end to proceedings of the third term here at Eastern Oval. That sees East Point leading Melton by 2 points. We've got a cliffhanger on our hands here. Melton led East Point by 10 points at quarter time, then trailed by 2 at the half. Have arrested that deficit back and now lead by 2 themselves. They kicked 5 straight for the term, East Point. Melton kicked 4 goals, 2 of their own. 2-point ball game. East Point 8-10-58, Melton 8-8-56. Goal scorers for East Point. Geordie Johnson 3, Wright, Rodder Moronis, Molan, Matthew Johnson and Hucker 1 each. Whilst for Melton, 3 to Geordie Kite, 2 to Coleberg and 1 each to Faruja, Braden Kite and Liam Carter. We'll get some update scores from around the grounds in other BFNL football. North Ballarat 10-10-70, lead Redan 4-7-31. So it's like the Roosters will get a chance to sing the song tonight, having just a draw next to their name in previous outings. Darley, 18 goals, 4, 112, lead Sebastopol 4-3-27. Ballarat 9-5-59, lead an inaccurate Bacchus Marsh 5-11-41. And Sunbury, 18-16, 124, lead Lake Windaree 5-4-34. So the Lakers in for a long season. Guys, we're going to rip a game on here. Each point lead by near the narrowest of margins by 2 points. 58 plays 56. Can they end the winning streak of the reigning Premier Bloods? We'll take a break and we'll be back with the final quarter action in 5 minutes' time.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Welcome back to Eastern Oval. Ahead of the climax of the VFNL's match of the round between League Heavyweight Melton and East Point. It's the Kangas who lead by 2. Ball up. Bloods kick with the aid of call it a goal breeze. Through traffic went Menino. First kick of the final term. Got it to the attacking 50. Ground ball. Who will it favour? Jeffrey was clean with the gather. He was held up by Davis, and there'll be a ball up. Temperature on the decline here. So too the light. Ball up. Tap one by Van Meel. Jeffrey again, clean gather. Sent it forward. Handling's been terrific. Cross half back for Melton. Went short and found Sullivan. That was okay. Continued the pattern along the line to Borg. Excellent spoil from Matthew Johnson. And it ended up on the bowling green over the back behind us. So I'll just about need another footy here. Clever hands. So just an anti-climax of sorts. Now we've got 2 footies. Boundary throw in here, half forward for Melton. That's a deep throw in. Tap one by Stewart. Ball kept his feet. Went the soccer. Excellent pressure there from Merritt to apply the tackle on Davis. Force a stoppage. Tap one by Van Meel to Rodamoronis. Suda knocked it East Point's goal side in the end. Watkins, clever gather, but shoveled it out, meant for Suda. Turned over. Gathered there by Canning. They went in the McDougall direction. Got a couple to beat. Cotter spun on a dime and got the rebound by hand. They need to be quick here. Lachlan Walker's vision was good. Got it to the outer side to Scoble. He's got time to gather, compose, and send it wide, and found Davis. On the left he goes towards the attacking 50. And there goes Chase Scoble from 50. This will bring the house down. Didn't quite get the journey. Had a good second half, the youngster. Probably had 8 or 9 disposals at near 100% efficiency. He's been good. Margin reduced to 1. East Point 58, Melton 57. And Merritt to bring the ball back into play. Comes broadcast side. In the direction of Willems. Hanley at the back. Rodamoronis through traffic. Find the hand pass out to Matty Johnson. They had a couple to beat. Borg with the left hand. Got it to McMahon. Chance to level the score. Ball goes deep forward and through for a goal. And the Bloods took the best part of 3 minutes to arrest the lead back here. 5-point ball game. McMahon with a terrific finish. Gets his first. And the Bloods 9th. Geordie Kite, the leading goal scorer for Melton this afternoon with 3. Geordie Johnson has 3 for East Point. So what say of East Point and a response? Ball up. Tap one by Van Meel. It was a good one, but Max Scoble read it well. Turned it over. Chance at Jones. Loose ball over the line, boundary throw in. Plenty more to play out here, so stick with us. By the vision on the BFNL match centre. Boundary throw in. Didn't favour anyone. Gee, there's been a lot of boundary throw-ins with no tap-outs. Hickey away from stoppage. Now got it to Max Scoble. Territory gain to an open forward line. Geordie Cotter was clever. Wound onto the right boot. He knows the goal square is open. He's only going to get it there. But he's off to the left. One bounce over the line for a boundary throw-in. Deep in the Bloods attack. They've just been craving a challenge all year, Melton. They've got it momentarily in games, but not for long enough. And East Point have certainly come to play today with 3 very competitive quarters. Now, Melton rising to the occasion. Throw in. Chance for Geordie Kite. Tackled there by Romerall. Matty Johnson with a clearing high up and under kick. Max Goble got a bit of the ball, couldn't bring it down. Groundwork ball was good. Got it to Hickey. Right foot kick deep forward. Carter's got it. So Liam Carter, a right footer. This will suit him. So a kick across the body here. It'll be all about the accuracy. It's not a bad effort, but it's just off to the right. Much to the delight of the East Point faithful that have come down here today. There's a goal in it. 9-10 plays 8-10. Near 6 minutes gone, final term. Merritt will bring the ball broadcast side, beyond the defensive 50. Right the fly, but at the back Suter. Got it on the second attempt at ground level. But Liam Carter had no space other than to release the footy over the line for a throw-in. Throw-in to take place. It'll be Van Meel and Stewart. Tap from Van Meel. Right, held up. Released the ball. Through traffic went Penny. Reward for playing in front. Found Lavery, who got the lead up. And he played on. Tumbling right foot kick. Through the hands of Heaney. Over the door for Geordie Johnson. Got it to Matty Johnson. Left foot kick across the body. Bouncing ball. They'll take the territory gain. And they'll get a stoppage adjacent to their behind post. Right in front of the Social Club as the rain starts to come down here. Desperate stakes. Boundary throw in. Van Meel at the back of Taylor. No ruckman could impact. Right. Tackle taken to the ground. And the sea of plenty, albeit Kangaroo supporters all wanting a high. But a stoppage for Bales. Taylor went early. Chance for right again. Swing. Just couldn't get any purchase. Soccer up the ground from McDougall. Is a goal. Scores level. Scores level. Whilst they've been 2 points up, 2 points down, 4 points up, 4 points down, they've just about earned the right to be level, at least for a moment. And dead level they are. McDougall gets his first. 9-10, 64 apiece. 8 minutes gone, final term. Ball up. Van Meel won the tap. Rodamoronis got the feed, but was held up by Hickey. And we'll get a copy-paste version of that. Ball up, right in the middle of the ground. Slippery centre square. Hickey was up to it. Now get a hold here. So Hickey. Ball in hand. On half back for the Bloods. He wants to come broadcast side. High up and under kick. Taylor will provide the aerial. Van Meel the spoil. Chance here for Howard. Look out! That is holding the ball. Wow, he didn't even make an attempt to get rid of it there, the East Point defender. A let off. I thought he forgot where he was, what he was doing, what he was playing. Just didn't do anything. But anyway, Perugia. Out of that stoppage, kick smothered, fell into the hands of Rodamoronis. Loose ball, shoveled it out to Cairns. Just casually went back onto the left boot. So casually fell over in the end. The gather from Molan was good, but the kick was dangerous. Hiscock needs to be clean, and he was the youngster. Fired the hand pass out. Howard spent it before he got it. They're under the pump here, East Point. Thompson. Now Hiscock again. Excellent dummy. Set the ball forward. Now Geordie Johnson's been held behind, well, just a little bit away from the play, and will get a hold from the umpire. So he'll look to go short to brother Matthew Johnson. Both have been impactful, especially in this second half. Commentator's curse. Found Suter. Turnover. His short kick was okay to McMahon. He'll square the ball to centre half back. Chance for Benito. He went into the middle of the ground to Handley. Over his head. Now a chance for East Point through Q to rebound, but only as far as Benito. He'll go short, and that was better to Lachlan Walker. Give it back to Benito. He'll continue the trend of play to the broadcast side. Puckett went to ground. Scoble been dangerous. Got pushed off the ball there by Thompson. Chance here for Rodamaronis. Right foot kick to the attacking 50. They collide there almost. The Bloods defence. Open the door for Wright if he can keep it in. Just get it over the top to Geordie Johnson. Went with the ball along the ground. Worm burner. Tackle from McDougall was enough to square away a stoppage on Heaney. Gee, I thought the youngster could have fed the handball to Johnson there. Speak of Geordie. Ball up. Tap one by Taylor through the hands of McDougall. The Bloods happy to see it over the line for a boundary throwing. East Point in attack. Scores level. 11 minutes gone, final term. 9-10-64 apiece. Boundary throw in. It's a shallow one at that, and it'll come back. So, Darley will be big winners over Sebastopol. Ballarat in the march. Well, they're still both in with a chance there, but Ballarat with the upper hand. Sunbury, big winners over the Lakers. And North Ballarat looked like they'll sing the song for the first time. They can only sing half of it against Ballarat. They finished in a draw. Ball 8. East Point in attack here. Can they make something of it? Van Meel went over the back. Cut off there by Handley through traffic. Answer Thompson. Suter, one of the hole. Chance for Thompson. Got it to Hiscock. Threw the ball onto the boot. High up and under. Handley again. He'll go short to Green Shields. Marked it on the chest. Played on. Went by hand to Watkins into the middle of the ground. Excellent gather by Hiscock. He's had a good final term, the youngster. Got the ball forward. Over the top, Geordie Johnson. Oh, dang. Geordie Johnson's got 4 here at Eastern Oval. And the Kangas regain the lead. 6-point advantage. It's about the temperature of outside, 6. 10-10-70 East Point. Lead Melton 9-10-64. Whilst both sides didn't have their kicking boots on early, they've been able to convert in this second half. East Point have kicked 7 straight since halftime. Melton have kicked 5-4. Ball up. Tap one by Van Meel. Hands. Got the gather cleanly. Awkward kick on the left. Out wide towards the boundary line. The Bloods try to do the rebounding, but Cairns again. Left-hand air pass. Got it to Johnny Johnson. High up and under kick. To attack McDougall. Had a couple to beat. Chance for Rodamaronis. It'll sit for him. That's the finish. Well, he blazed away in the end and missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. Near 14 minutes gone. Final term. East Point lead by 6. Meant for Farrugia. The spoil and intent on the ball was solid from Willems. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Half forward, broadcast side for East Point, and kick into a slight breeze in this final term. Margin 6. It's a fair effort from the youngster there with the throw in. Favoured East Point. Hickey lost his footing. Geez, it's a hot one at that. Matty Johnson through traffic, just threw it over his shoulder. Fell into the hands of Cairns, who kicked the ball across the body. Cotter got a spoil. Wanted one over the shoulder, denied by the umpire. There's a clever kick with the outside of the boot from Jeffrey. Foot race on here. Who can gather? Heaney. He'll be held up. And there'll be a ball up inside East Point's forward 50. Near 15 minutes gone, final term. Van Meel and Ferrugia call it even. Boundary side ball. Heaney wraps up Rodder Moronis. There'll be a ball up just inside the boundary line. East Point, they'll be happy with the ball in their front half for the moment. Needless to add their 6-point advantage. Chance of Willems, right foot kick across the face. One bounce and over the line for another boundary throw in, a restart of sorts on the opposite side. Right forward pocket for East Point. They've kicked 2 goals in this term. Throw in. Tap one by Van Meel. Danger zone. Chance here for Handley. Dribbling ball with about a metre towards Ferrugia. Clearing left foot kick was good to the advantage of Carter. Some good work there by Howard, who's done a good job today in defence. He had his hands full in the fourth quarter last week against Sunbury. Well, he was one of a few. Ground ball opportunity here. Fell into the hands of Hickey. Went by hand to Ferrugia. Solidly met there by Jones. Oh, that would have hurt. Getting out the back there was Stewart. Tied 1-on-1. Got it! What a grab! And the Bloods have come to life, albeit the supporters. The dozen or so over there on the outer underneath the scoreboard. Hadn't heard boo from them all day. Didn't even think they'd made the trip, but they've come good late with that kite mark of the day. And a chance for the joint captain to level the scores here. Right with a deliberate approach. Kick's on its way. Oh, he just mistimed it and didn't score. Well, we'd be disappointed with that. But how often do someone take mark of the day and go back and miss the shot? Romerall with the clearing kick beyond the defensive 50. Geordie Johnson, terrific grab. Been very good today. And he wheels onto the right boot, sends it to out of centre wing, Hanley. So he too been good. Does the cutting off there for the Bloods, off hands over the line for a boundary throw-in. East Point 70, Melton 64. Bloods with a chance to level moments to go through Kite, but no score. Throw in. Van Meel, use of the body, was good. Somehow got boot to ball, only got it to half forward. Chance for Minito, squaring kick to Suter. Went by hand with the slippery ball as the rain comes down. Green Shields went with the left boot, swinging a miss by the hand. Turnover opportunity. Oh, it's going to come back for a hold against Canny. Oh, sigh of relief there for Green Shields. So he goes onto that left boot, sends it inside 50. Good spoil on the footy there from Matty Johnson. Shark there by Geordie Kite. Kick across the body. Oh, somehow gathered terrifically there by Braden Kite. Fed the ball out towards the elusive Borg. Went by hand back to Chase Scoble. Back to Borg from outside 50. Does his thing. Right foot kick is out of bounds on the full. They might have wanted to square the ball there at the Bloods. But easier said than done with the pressure out there today and the conditions declining further this game goes. So Romerall gets plenty on the kick, beyond the defensive 50. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of Geordie Johnson. So he continues along the line to outer side. And the kick was good. True centre wing outer side of the ground. Jones goes with a high up and under kick towards half forward. Good use of the body there by McDougall. Couldn't quite bring it down. You can see the rain coming down here. Green Shields. Good hands to Borg. Got it to Hickey. Left foot kick through the middle of the ground. Howard at the back. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Trying conditions out there. Chance of Geordie Kite. Clever soccer there for a merit to the advantage of Molan, who tried to get it through traffic to Hiscock. His hand pass Lachlan Walker got an important hand on it, but not before Hiscock can get it over the top. They're running in here. Hiscock got it back, got plenty on the footy, and went to the voice of the social club. And near found 200 of them, laces out. But it was the sticks to the right of that he needed and found wanting in the end. But geez, he's had a good quarter. Running on top of the ground, the youngster, Hiscock. It's been a very testing, hard on the legs game of footy this afternoon. So to the Bronx cheers. It'll be Watkins with the right foot kick. Gets it beyond half back. Players fly. Van Meer with an important spoil. Gathered here by Lachlan Walker. Awkward kick with the outside of the left boot. Forgiving into the conditions. Chance for Thompson. Left foot kick. High up and under. Will get to the attacking 50. Attack on the footy was good. Now Lachlan Walker again. Oh, that's high. Oh, he's been pinged for holding the ball. Looked a little high from here. So Jones from 55 metres out into a slight breeze with a bit of drizzle. Take his best, but he's just taking some important seconds off the clock. Near 21 and a half minutes gone. Final term. East Point lead by 6. Now Jones gets plenty of it. Bending back. Won't quite get the journey. Loose ball. Parker, Soccer, out of nowhere. 1 point. And he pointed that. 7-point lead now to East Point. Manito goes direct to the Carter direction. Got his hands on it. Shark there by Molan. Got it back to Willems. High up and under kick. Back inside East Point's forward 50. Cotter just hand past it about a metre to Manito. Put him under the pump. Through traffic. Good tackle by the East Point defence. 2-3 in a row. Now Sooners in trouble. And pinged. Holding the ball. And it'll be Molan, who loves a moment, as we saw in the extra time of last year's preliminary final against the Devils at Marty Bush. With those late goals in extra time to send East Point into a grand final. Well, the stakes aren't as high here, given the moment and the winning record of the Bloods. This is a moment. Molan gets plenty on the kick. Has he got the journey? He has! The Bloods get a 13-point separation here at the Eastern Oval, their biggest lead of the game. Molan gets his second. And a clutch goal from Molan. Spent some time with the Essendon VFL program and is a real promising type. I expect him to graduate. Spend more time in the midfield as the years roll on. Van Meel out of the middle. Rodder Moronis tackled to the ground by Hickey. And there'll be a ball up, broadcast centre wing. 13-point lead to East Point. 23 and a half minutes gone. Ball up. Tap one by Farrugia. Jack Walker held up. What are the Bloods saying to one another out there right now? Now he goes Borg with the soccer. Tries to generate the foot race because he'll win that. But he goes with another soccer. Going about 40 metres to his side. Howard's been good. Knocked it forward. Ball spewed off Jeffrey. That's gone. Matty Johnson tackled from Borg, but they played the advantage. McMahon got it to Scoble. It's enough. Bloods are going to pulse here at the Eastern Oval. And the youngster Chase Scoble, who's had a very good second half here, gets reward for his efforts. It gets the Bloods within 7. Ripper game of footy. Borg's gone into the middle with Walker and Hickey. The usual suspects for East Point, Matty Johnson, Rodder Moronis, and Cairns. Ball up, tap one by Van Meel. Cairns was clean through traffic. Threw the ball onto the boot, across the body. I'll get an unmarked grab here from Billy Jones. How did that happen? So Jones with ball in hand now. Keeps it low, goes into the pocket. Cut off there by Suter. He's had a solid game today. And he runs away and runs his measure and delivers by foot in the Carter direction. Gets out the back to Heaney. Will he go the soccer? He won't, because Romer will beat him to it and knocked it over the line for a boundary throw in on half forward for the Bloods. 25.5 minutes gone in this final term. East Point lead by 7. How long have we got left, fellas? 3 minutes to go. Boundary throw in. Perugia had a piece of it and then dropped it in the slippery conditions. Borg's hand pass was a little hot for Minito, but how's the gather from Minito? But he nearly caught one in the back. Umpire call play on. Hickey to Borg to McMahon. Tackled, taken to the ground. It'll be a throw in. Tick under 3 minutes to go. Each Point lead by 7. Tap one by Van Meel. Billy Jones. Still over hand pass. Got it to Rodder Moronis, who's kept trying all day. Cotter will do the mobbing up for the Bloods. Fell over in the end. Forced to release by hand. Tied handball. Suter. Oh, well done, Watkins. Got ball to boot. Van Meel strong in the contest. Couldn't quite hang on for long enough. Hot footy. Vomerel over the ball. And pinged. See the anticipation there from the umpire. I knew he was going to pay it. So McMahon now on centre wing. Got to get the ball moving. Inside 50. Heaney presented. At the back there was Q. High up and under clearing kick in the Hucker direction. Suter again. Slow hand pass. Got to do something very quick. Borg. He went forward. Oh, and a turnover. And it'll be Geordie Johnson. He's had a super game today. Opportunity gone begging for the Bloods. 7-point lead to the Kangas. High up and under kick to half back. Walker couldn't hang on to it. Went through the chest or through the hands of a chest mark. Now there'll be a ball up. Time ticking away. 27.5 minutes gone final term. East Point lead by 7. Yeah, ripper game. It's just what the competition needed, actually. 6 rounds in. There's been some really one-sided affairs. Whilst they haven't been sort of planned on paper heading in, they've eventuated in that. We've had a ripper here today. East Point by 7 points. 28-minute mark. Final term. Hucker, can he gather? Well, he knocked it out in front. He's going to get a trip. Not sure there was a trip there. But anyway. Oh, no, he can't pay that. No, that's very well done by the umpire. Hucker wasn't even looking at Cotter, who threw it back in directly to Hucker. Oh, that would have been an injustice. As Hucker goes along the line. Hanley in front. And Walker, touch of the fumbles over the line. Boundary throw in. 50 metres around. Well, 60 odd from the East Point goal. Half forward. Broadcast side for the Kangas. 7-point lead. The Bloods need 2 scores. Not sure they're going to get them. Throw in. Tap one by Van Meel. Rodder Moronis strong over the contest. Doesn't release the ball. Squares away the stoppage. Van Meel tried hard all day in the ruck. Tough position today. McMahon gather. Ball travels a metre out of his possession. Pursuta, who's tried hard all day too for the Bloods. Ball up. That one by Perugia. Loose ball. Gee, the pressure around the ball's been good all day. Both sides have really been hard at it. This hard-fought contest. Ball up. Van Meel grabbed it out of the ruck. Sent the ball across the body. Cotter couldn't hang on. Chance here for right. Couldn't gather. McDougall could. Off to the right, minor score. East Point lead by 8 points. Near 30 minutes gone, final term. So the Bloods' winning streak will come to an end here at Eastern Oval. Benito brings the ball back in. Got to Walker on the bounce. Back to Benito, who needs to go long, and he did to outer centre wing to a swarm of players. Chance here for Matty Johnson. Been very good. High up and under kick to half forward. Benito couldn't gather. Rodamaronis did. Fed the hair pass over towards right. And it's gone across the face and into the behind post. East Point will win here. They will down the Bloods at Eastern Oval. Seconds remain. Siren imminent. Tap one by Perugia. Rodamaronis. Icing on the cake. Just off to the left. That'll be the last score of the match. East Point will defeat Melton by 9 points in this round 6 fixture at Eastern Oval. Benito, right foot kick to outer centre wing. Foot race on. And Heaney tackled solidly and taken over the line. There'll be a boundary throw in. Oh, what a preview of what's to come in this home and away season of the BFNL as the two heavyweights went head to head for the best part of 120 minutes. There's been very little between these two sides all afternoon. East Point got the biggest lead of the day, out to 13 points. In a game that had 20 or 30 lead changes, it has ended with the Kangas ending the winning streak of the Bloods by 9 points. East Point 11-13-79 have defeated Melton 10-10-70. A 9-point win to East Point, not dissimilar to the cracker that we witnessed at McPherson Park last year. So that'll be good for the Bloods to lose one, I reckon. That'll be good for their psyche. And what a confidence-building response from East Point after they were very good against Sunbury last week for 3 quarters. They were just outplayed in that last term, but they were able to bounce at home against the yardstick of the competition in Melton. So let's just take a look at the league, the quarter-by-quarter scores. East Point led by 10 at quarter time, fouled by 2 at the half, led by 8 at three-quarter time, and have won by 9 in the end. So the close nature of the game has prevailed from go to woe, and East Point kicked an amazing 8 goals won in the second half, and have got reward for that efficiency that nearly cost them the game in the opening half when they walked into the main break with 3 goals, 10. So honours with East Point here at Eastern Oval, 11-13-79 have defeated Melton 10-10-70. A look at the goal scorers before a look around the grounds. Geordie Johnson finished with 4. He was very prominent this afternoon. Molan with 2 and a clutch goal at the end to give the Kangas the separation that they needed. And 1 each to Wright, Rodamaronis, Matty Johnson, who was never far away from the action, Pucker and McDougall, who made a safe return after a small layoff with an injury. Whilst for Melton, who were gallant in defeat, they certainly lost no admirers. Geordie Kite, 3 goals and 1 each to Perugia, Braden Kite, Liam Carter, McMahon and young Chase Scoble, and 2 to Kyle Borg. Most entertaining game of footy. The rain stayed away for 118 of the 125 minutes, and we thoroughly enjoyed this match of the round here from Eastern Oval. So there's another club putting their hand up for a premiership contention. If we didn't know already, well, we do now. East Point are right in the mix. So too the Bloods, of course. Sunbury got it done down the road. They too looking very dangerous. Let's just take a look. Ballarat 74, Bacchus Smash 68, Darley 138, Sebastopol 37, Sunbury 148, Lake Windermere 35, and North Ballarat 86 have downed Redan 44. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream by the BFNL Match Centre for another week. The BFNL Match of the Round has certainly lived up to the billing. It's East Point who've got one back on the Bloods, albeit a grand final replay, and they've ended that run of wins for the Bloods. It's game on for the remainder of the season in BFNL football. Honours with East Point. They've got it done here on their home deck by 9 points. On behalf of the crew here with Elijah behind the camera, and Todd Whelan, we bid you all farewell from an entertaining afternoon at Eastern Oval.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.